Hello, all you awesome, empathic, sensitive, highly sensitive, intuitive beings. So today's topic is on the practical side, and it's all about healing your blood vessels and taking good care of them. So a little known fact is that you have 100,000 miles of blood vessels in your body. Now, you might think you have a hard time imagining that, but that is 40% on the way to the moon. And that to me is amazing, right? It's going around the earth 4 times because the circumference of the earth is 25,000 miles. Okay, so stay tuned to hear more about this amazing topic. This is Anastasia. I used to be a physics professor specializing in vibrational and quantum physics. After recovering from a serious illness using energy healing on myself, the calling to heal became so strong that I had to quit my 40-year research career. I replaced my 6-figure professor salary within 5 months using a simple but not easy 3-step system that I worked out to grow my healing practice. Now I help other healers grow their practices, whether they're just starting or already have a practice, with this same 3-step system. I'm all about helping you too. Listen in to learn more. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm so happy you're here. So today's topic is about your blood vessels. So your blood vessels are a lot more complex than you could possibly imagine. They are not just passive tubes that just sit in your body and your heart does all the pumping. Your blood vessels are actually, except for the capillaries, there's 5 different types of blood vessels, but except for the capillaries, there are multiple layers. The capillaries are only a single layer. Capillaries, so if you look at your hair, right, so your hair is between 0.08 and 0.12 millimeters thick. Your blood vessels are only a 5 to 10% of that size, so they're very much, your capillaries are very much smaller. So that to me is totally amazing. So let's talk about the circulatory system and the amazing things that you could do to help heal it and help keep it in tip-top shape. Because as you age, you are subject to the hardening of your arteries. You are subject to the embrittlement of your tissues. You lose elasticity. Any inflammation makes everything much worse, and they can get clogged. Okay, so let's find out what you can do to help keep them in good shape. So aside from you having 100,000 miles of blood vessels, and you have these 5 different types, in the layers of the blood vessels, there are actually muscles that run along and they dilate open and closed. It's not a like thermal expansion. It's not an expansion and contraction, but they're actually muscles that regulate the size of your blood vessels. And when you're upset, in other words, when you're stressed out, the muscles tighten down and they increase your blood pressure. And an increased blood pressure, as the blood pressure climbs, as you well know, as blood pressure climbs, it starts exerting undue effects on your blood vessels, and that's when they can break. Let's say in your brain or anywhere along your body, you can form an aneurysm, and the aneurysm can blow out and things like that. So what can you do to keep it in good shape? So first of all is let's go back to, just so you have a clear picture in your mind, you have 2 circulations in your body, right? It's a circulation from your heart to your lungs. Then it goes back from your lungs back into your heart, and then it circulates the rest of your body. And you have to also know that it is a closed system. So if there's a leak anywhere, it can leak out your vital fluid, which is about 6 quarts, or a little under 6 liters in your body. You can bleed out anywhere, causing your blood pressure to drop and basically causing your death. So let's find out what you can do to make sure that that doesn't happen. I'm going down my list here. Okay, so nourishing. Studies have shown that anything with stimulants in it, like energy drinks, can cause the blood vessels to narrow and can cause your blood pressure to go up. So it helps to eat foods that are very nourishing to the body. That includes asparagus, broccoli, avocado, which has good fats in it, fatty fish, which also is rich in omega-3s, nuts, olive oil, watermelon, and turmeric, which both have good phytonutrients in it, vitamin D, omega-3, and L-arginine, which is an amino acid. So that's the nourishing things that you could do. So make sure you nourish right. Avoid too much sugar. High amounts of sugar can deteriorate the inside of your blood vessels faster than anything. Usually when somebody is on one of those sugar solutions for staying alive, it can actually destroy your blood vessels. So keeping your blood sugar regulated, as I've talked about before, also helps keep your blood vessels in good shape. It also helps avoid inflammation. So inflammation is what causes the clogging. Why? Because your low density lipoprotein, your bad cholesterol, goes out from your liver to cover up all that inflammation, and it keeps layering on the cover to protect your body from the inflammation. And if you do it too much, your arteries get hardened and they get thicker. So let's talk about healing. So your blood vessels are fed from your root portal, right? Your survival portal. They're fed from there. And making sure that's clear, and your solar plexus, because your solar plexus feeds your adrenal glands, which governs your stress, right? Making sure those are open are very helpful. And so the one place that shows up over and over and over again is the emotions of anger and rage. Anger and rage deteriorate your blood vessels, right? That is a direct connection. And being in joy, happy, having good relationships also helps your blood vessels thrive a lot longer. So there's a couple of healing things that you can do. So I talked about, your 100,000 miles of them. So there's a couple of things that you can do aside from the good nourishment and the exercise. So exercise relaxes you. I'm about to go out for a nice long walk, right? Exercises nourishes you, or it helps relax your blood vessels. It helps dilate them. It helps reduce your stress levels. It helps you lower your blood pressure. That's a well-known fact, right? And doing some deep breathing does the same thing. Like when I go to the doctor's office, every time I go and they're taking my blood pressure, I have white coat syndrome. My blood pressure goes way up because I monitor it regularly here, and it is never so high as it is at the doctor's office. And I try to do some deep breathing, but every time they slap that cuff on me, I'm like, what is that? I don't know, because I know I'm in good condition, right? So here are a couple of more things you can do aside from releasing anger, because a lot of people feel that anger and rage especially in their relationships, feeling they've been treated unfairly. So releasing that is very important. Every time you have a rageful thought, you can cut your cords and drop it down deep into the earth and let it go. Don't forget the back cords. Pull those forward and chop them out. And check your mental energy and make sure it's balanced, right? It should be balanced between spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical energies. And do everything you can to reduce the inflammation in your body. Remember the good fats, the nuts, the fatty fish, omega-3s, anything you can do. I chug down a tablespoonful of cod liver oil every morning. I do it that way rather than taking it in pill form, because in pill form, that's 18 pills. It's easier to just take a swig of the oil, and you get used to that icky mouth feel. This really helps with the internal inflammation. Omega-3 reduces that inflammation. Omega-6 raises it. Right, so check your foods and make sure that they're lower in omega-6 than in omega-3. And those are foods such as polyunsaturated margarines. A lot of the plant oils are mainly omega-6 rather than omega-3. And a lot of the conventionally fed beef, for example, has a lot of omega-6 and very little omega-3. Okay, so the other thing that you can do is imagine you're looking at your entire blood vessel system. You can get a picture out of it, for example, get out an old anatomy book and send pink energy to everything. I'm doing that for myself now. And if you're watching this, you're getting that image. Take some deep breaths and bring down pink energy and send it from head to toe. What that is it is relaxing love energy. And the more pink energy you put on your body, the more it softens the tissues. So it helps alleviate atherosclerosis. It helps actually alleviate the vision problem in your eye, because your lens gets harder after you age, right? So it's harder to see closer up because the lens can't thicken as much. The little muscle around the lens is less effective. And by sending that pink energy into your eye, it's helpful. All of your joints get stiffer, right? By sending pink energy into your body, your muscles, and things like that can help soften the blow. It also keeps your skin, I talked about skin, it helps keep your skin more pliable, right, as you age. So those are my 3 tips, right? Relax. You can also go to scientifichealer.com/wakeupbrain to listen to my 11-minute very relaxing audio. It's free, right? So there's that. So get into some sort of relaxation, including exercise. Second, eat very nourishing foods. Avoid all of the stuff that's bad for you, like energy drinks, smoking, drinking, anything that causes inflammation, conventionally grown meat, and polyunsaturated vegetable oils that have a lot of omega-6. Eat things that have more omega-3, so that's number 2. And the last is to do some deep breathing and sending pink energy from head to toe, especially along all your blood vessels, to help keep them pliable and soft as you age. So I hope that was helpful for you today. Of course, there's a lot more to healing those blood vessels. I have protocols in my healing programs, and also I'm opening it back up. It's a live healing program, so you can check that out with me. Okay, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking valuable time out of your day to listen in. If you found this message helpful, please help spread the word by giving the broadcast a thumbs up or a 5-star rating. Share it with your friends and be sure to subscribe to my channel with your notifications on. For further training on healing and growing your healing business using my 3-step system, go to www.highpaidhealers.com. And I'll see you in the next video.